friends. Welcome back. This is Second Chance Recovery, or maybe you're finding me on Facebook, but to get at the core of God at his greatest, one must first get into the core of himself. At his least, for no one can know God who has not first known himself. Go to the depths of your soul, to the root, to the heights, for all that God can do is focused there. People who undertake this mission, this quest, this journey, this adventure, right, to seek after God, seek after truth. What we're looking for is truth. And when we find it, we know when we find it, and we know when we spread it. So today I hope to share some truth with you. And here is the thought for today. Sometimes we can't help but think, why can't we ever drink again? We know it's just because we're alcoholics, right? But why did we have to ever get that way? The answer is that at the same place in our drinking careers, we passed what is called our tolerance point. When we passed this point, we passed from a condition in which we could tolerate alcohol to a condition in which we cannot tolerate it at all. So after that, if we took one drink, we would sooner or later end up drunk. But when I think of liquor now, do I think of something that I can ever tolerate again? And we should have, an answer should be a unilateral no, right? A universal no to that question. We can never, ever, ever drink alcohol again. We are alcoholic. We have an abnormality in our gene, and that means that we have a very bad allergy, a disease, if you will, an illness that will go into remission if we do the right things and we stay abstinent from alcohol. But when it gets into addiction mode and it gets into a substance abuse disorder, then we're looking at a lot more trouble getting off the alcohol, and each time it gets worse. And like I said, your tolerance point goes up and up, and then it peaks out, and then once you hit that, I used to just get mad, blackout drunk. And then it was all downhill from there, right? Obviously. So we're not in control of our faculties. We're not in control of our functions, of our brain, and everything is firing. And actually, alcohol is a depressant. So when you think about alcohol, we're not drinking alcohol to get happy, to have energy, to be motivated, to have a better outlook. It could change your outlook to a small degree right away, or a little bit here and there, this and that, depending on what you drink, how much, how often. But when we're thinking about it in day to day, you guys, being abstinent from alcohol is affording us an opportunity to see things clearly. I'm not saying that people who drink alcohol aren't seeing things clearly. I'm saying people who struggle with a substance abuse disorder, with alcohol, methamphetamine, heroin, cocaine, crack, anything, that they will eventually come into a point where that addiction will take over, and then they'll be looking, searching, and yearning for truth in their life, because everything has become lies, right? Ooh, I love it. Let's talk more about that later. Here's the meditation for today, you guys. In a race, it is when the goal is in sight that the heart, nerves, and muscles and courage are strained almost to the breaking point. So with us, the goal of a spiritual life is in sight. All we need is the final effort, the final push. The saddest records are made by people who ran well, with brave, stout hearts until the sight of the goal, and then some weakness or self-indulgence held them back. They never knew how near or close to the goal they were, and how near they were to victory. So I pray today that I may press on until the goal is reached, and I pray that I may not give up until the final stretch is done and we win the race and it's over, right? Amen. Amen. So what do we got to do? We got to gain knowledge. We got to gain wisdom. We got to gain understanding. We got to gain some discernment. Amen. Some discernment's good. Some perseverance. And keep trucking, you guys. Maintain that frame and keep going. And I hope that today, Tuesday, February 13th, is a good day for you. I'll be sharing this on all my social media platforms. And so if you're finding me on YouTube or Facebook, you guys, please give me a like, give me a share, and let me know that you're there. Give me a share and let me know that you're there. And so I know that I got friends out there. And, I'm really trying to rein it in, you guys, a little bit, and try to really focus hard on my school, on my family, on my education. Obviously, all is in one. And now we got a new support animal in the house who's not only going to be needing our support, we're going to be needing it. So we have to take care of that animal and do a very good job of that. So if you guys are excited as I am about recovery, give me a like, give me a share, give me a comment. Let me know what's exciting you. Let me know how you're winning, how you're losing. I like to know this stuff. I like to find out what's happening out and around me. But I love you guys. I want everybody to succeed in recovery. I want people to go to meetings. I want people to pick up their Bibles. I want people to pick up other literature that you can read from that will help you. And this was that saying that I said earlier was from the Meaning of Life. And this is forgive me, it's a Hinduism or a Buddhism book, both. This is the meaning of life in both those religions. And it says, to get at the core of God at his greatest, one must first get into the core of himself at his least, for no one can know God who has not first known himself. So go to the depths of your soul, to the root, to the heights, for all that God can do is focused there. So Buddhism and Hinduism is self-actualization, self-awareness. They're big into that sort of thing. So forgive me, I don't know all the stuff ins and outs, but I found that interesting when I was reading in some literature yesterday to try and gain some insight on how I can push through this wall. And I think I figured it out. I think the answer is faith. The answer is trust. It's commitment, dedication, loyalty, honor to the mission to keep going. Our most for the utmost. Our most for the utmost. Amen. Love you guys. God bless everyone.